63-62, Robert Morris defeats the St. Francis University Red Flash on a three-point shot by Megan Smith as time expired and the Colonials remain perfect in conference play. We're now joined by Colonials head coach Charlie Buscaglia. And Charlie, another classic ball game between your in-state rivals and your team.
We just kept fighting there. I mean, it was ugly for a while. A lot of freshmen out there handling a lot of pressure. You got a player like Harrison at the top of that press, really changing passes and making it difficult. And I thought we did a great job of responding down the stretch after how so many things were difficult throughout for inexperience and youth against something like that for 40 minutes to be able to, at the end, control the ball like we did and then get into some things. Those rebounds, those putbacks at the end of the game, even the ones that didn't go in, you could see the passion was really rising at the end, and they were looking to serve each other down the stretch. That's all I care about, whether that ball went in or not. I was very proud of how we fought as we got down late stages there. We fought so well, so I'm really proud of them.
Charlie, your team committed 33 turnovers through the first 38 minutes of basketball, but over the final 2 minutes, no turnovers, and that really propelled you to a victory.
That's right. We were taking care of the ball down the stretch. They were still pressing with a lot of passion, especially when they got up. They were going off a little bit. They hit some outside shots. They had some nice plays. They burned us on that out-of-bounds play. We went over that in the scout, and Nneka got a little lazy there. And Harrison, you can't really get lazy on her when she gets the ball down around the basket. So, but again, responding the next time down, Nneka gets the ball in the paint, goes middle, posts her up, and scores. Just a great response. She grew up a little bit today. I was really proud of her there, and I was really proud of the freshmen at taking care of the ball, like you said, down the stretch, just making passes on targets, catching the ball strong. We had so much trouble with catching the ball today. We worked on it a lot all week, but when you get out there against that kind of press, and they do it every game, they got their system. It's a little more fast and a little more difficult, but we had full hearts, and that's really what happened at the end.
Charlie, let's talk about some of the negatives of this basketball game, and clearly there are a couple. First of all, Jessica Kovac scores 42 points. You don't want to ever see a player score that kind of points against your team.
No, we had Jones on her. Jocelyn was for a while in the beginning really being accountable. She had some bad stretches there. That was a matchup that we were really holding her to, and then I had to take her out for a while and let Hanukkah go after her, and that was a freshman. And she's tough. You give her some room, she hits tough shots. And the ones to the basket were the ones I was upset about, getting beat to the rim and the help side not coming over. We had our moments, and she definitely had her game. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We came together at the end, and next time we're gonna have to do a better job on her because she had 42 out of their 62. We got to make sure we do a better job on that player.
Again, 63-62, Robert Morris defeating the St. Francis University Red Flash. Robert Morris 5-0 in Northeast Conference play. And Charlie, talk about Megan Smith, not only the three-pointer there, but 13 points today. She turned the basketball over 3 times, but played the second most minutes on your team and really showed leadership.
Well, she was very assertive down the stretch. She was very assertive. She had a shot around the basket. She went up strong, even if it didn't go in. We got a little jostle there on the play there with about a minute to go. We could have got a bucket, and she kind of flung it up a little bit. But then, the mental toughness to come back and hit that shot and continue to break the press, catch the ball in the middle. She was a glue to us today. And that's what we've been working on with Megan. Whether your shot's going in or not, be a glue in there. I was so proud of how she caught the ball down the stretch and broke the press, found open players, was very poised in the middle of the floor. Just gave us 100% there. And like I said, mistakes were made, but at the end of the game, I felt really good for her to get that shot to go in.
You talked about the freshmen, and at this point of the season, with over half of the season played, they're really not freshmen anymore. They're halfway to sophomores.
Well, a lot of minutes there. We talk about they're not freshmen anymore. They played a lot of minutes, and that's what we needed them to do this year. Unfortunate injuries and things like that where they had to, step in and get a bigger role, but that just shows the character of those kids that they would be willing to accept this role and continue to grind after how much trouble we had today. All the turnovers early, and then, some of the unfortunate mistakes we made down the stretch. Those freshmen really played not like freshmen down the stretch. They were very poised. That last possession, a couple things happened. We lost the ball a little bit, but great ball reversal. Great job by Nina Augustin. Did a great job of finding Megan, and boy, that shot looked good right from the beginning. And I'm really proud of her. She takes a lot of shots in practice. She takes a lot of extra shots. And those days in the gym that she did that, how much worth it was it now,
Well, we talked about the final offensive possession of the basketball game. Let's talk about the final defensive possession of the basketball game, where you absolutely locked down St. Francis. They had to put up a desperation three that ironed off. They got the rebound. They didn't get a good look off of the rebound look, and you got the rebound. Were able to win the game.
You're getting me back to that. I'm going to be watching that video right after the game. Yeah, we forced a real tough shot. Great defense on the perimeter, always looking to contest. We knew what they were wanting to do. Hanukkah got a little bit watching. We talked about that. When they take their tough shots, don't get caught watching. She had to find there in box. She didn't. They got the rebound, and we did a good job of walling afterwards and forcing a tough putback. And that's what ultimately got us to stop. And, at the end of the game there, I'm lucky I had enough timeouts with the way things were going. I was trying to hold on to a couple for those situations. I was lucky enough to have one there with the way things did, and we were able to get into something and control things and get a good look for Megan.
Got a couple of days off now before you hit the road, where you'll take on Wagner Wagner and Mount St. Mary's. A couple of tough road games before you come back here to the North Athletic Complex.
We gotta enjoy this. To finish the game on a high like that, we got to enjoy this. We got to enjoy this tonight, and we got to enjoy this tomorrow, and then we got to be ready to come back to work. But I want them to really enjoy this win today. We're going to focus back on this video when we get in there, but we can't get too high. The carry over into next week when we get back into practice. We've got to get back focused again when we see the things we did today, and be willing to come back with full hearts and go forward with grace after we watch the video and see some tough clips that are going to be tough for us to watch, and focus on both. You got to always focus on what you got to do better, but you can't forget what you're doing well. And right now we're doing a lot of things well with a young team, and so we got to keep that going, and then we got to continue to focus on the things we got to do better. And we can't let this, this high ending to affect us next week as we get back and we go back after. We got to stay hungry, and that's something that we're working on every day with these young guys.
Good luck on the road. We'll talk to you again in 2 weeks.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Again, Robert Morris defeating the St. Francis University Red Flash here at the North Athletic Complex 63-62. The Colonials stay perfect in conference play. RMU hits the road for 2 in a row. Then they'll come back here, and we will have the broadcast for you 2 weeks for today, just before 1 o'clock, right here on NEC Front Row.